Good morning, everyone. I am so happy that I can speak to Molly today. Molly is my friend, very, very lovely lady from England, and she's a young mom. She has one child, and she is running a business in the same time. So I am very excited to hear the practicalities about how to do it, because I myself have a few friends who are young moms and they are thinking about starting a business, like they don't know what to do. And then, so what is your experience with that? Tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
So yeah, my son is now just turned 1 year old, and I've been running my Kangen business since just before he was born. So ultimately, I'm really glad that I started when I did, when I had the mindset and the space and the clarity to lay the foundations. Although that being said, since he's been born, I've had a lot more structure in my day, and so it's still something that I'm really grateful to have coinciding with my mum routine now that I have that kind of daily structure fitting around baby, to slot in business related action steps into my day as well. So yeah, it's wonderful to be able to live like this as a parent.
Thank you. Yeah, so for those who you don't know, we both are Kangen water distributors, which means that we own a water machine, an ionizer, and from Enagic, and we distribute them as well. So it's a different type of business where you don't need to create the product and store it and ship it and do the repairs and the customer service. You just find people who want to drink healthy water and help them to learn about this machine.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I started this, I knew I wanted to run an online business, and I did a lot of research in different types of online businesses to look at. And doing my research, I found out about affiliate marketing, about creating your own online courses, doing different types of shops, and etc. And it was such a minefield. It took me about a year to really find what I wanted to do. And then Enagic came up at just the right time when I saw an ad online with the product being perfect for my lifestyle and for my intentions for how I want to live and how I want to move forward, and the business model and the people that it appeals to. So the community that I now get to work with as well, everything, just all the boxes were ticked.
How did you find it? Like, tell us the story of that.
So it was a few Christmases ago, and it was when in my location there was a lot of talk about plastic waste. It had come to everyone, the forefront of everyone's mind was talking and thinking about plastic waste and pollution and about how we're affecting the environment. So that was already in the back of my mind. I'd already moved home as well, coinciding with this, and what I previously had set up was a water distilling machine, and I was told about this for my health, and so I'd invested in it. And then in the move, it had been out of use for a little while it was in storage, and so I was already thinking about replacing it. And I'd contacted the company. I wanted to see if it could be repaired or recycled, and they couldn't take it back at all. So there was no customer support really there at all, other than just please buy a new machine. And it wasn't particularly old, so I was a bit disappointed, and I thought I'd go back in to the market and see what else was available. So I had these two thought processes going on in my mind about wanting to do more to save the environment and actively change my life to contribute more to that kind of area, to raise awareness, to actively know that I was doing something helpful for my own peace of mind. And I was already looking for a healthy water product as well. So my research took me along to ionization, took me along to all the different ionizers available. And at the same time, I'm still searching. I'm not in any rush. I'm just researching. And this ad comes up from an amazing couple who lived quite near to me at the time, whose name Holly and Erin. They were a couple at the time. And they talked about a business that they were into that was helping the environment and was working with an amazing product that they had an affiliation with, and they were earning great commission from, that was funding their lifestyle, allowing them to travel freely and work from their laptop. So I got into conversation with them, watched a web class eventually, because it took me a couple of weeks or so to really sit down and find the time to watch the web class, realized what the product was, and after that I was signed up and within about 10 days because I loved the product.
That's awesome. And this was before you were even thinking about being pregnant, right?
Yes, yeah. I just wanted to develop my career more. By that time, I knew that I wanted to do more orientated around my values. So my values had shifted, and I wanted to do more that was reaching people to do with the environment and raising awareness and practical action steps that a lot of people en masse could take, because I felt very like I didn't have much drive at the time. I didn't know what to do, and I wanted to feel like, okay, yeah, I'm contributing in some way, I'm doing something useful.
Yes. For me, when I looked at the product 2 years ago, when I bought the machine, like the business side was great, but on the other side, a big plus was for me that I seen this product in our house, and it was like, yeah, this makes sense. I want to keep our house free of chemicals, drink good water, because I want to create a family and I want to have this machine. It kind of matches the chemical free, non-toxic lifestyle, right? So that was a big plus for me as well.
Italy.
And so as you had the baby, how can you actually do the business now, like practically? Isn't it too tiring and too much? And like normal moms, I always hear like, I can't live, I don't even have time to sleep.
I think I've been extremely fortunate. I won't say that it hasn't had its moments where I'm like, whoa, this is a lot on my plate, but I think I've been extremely fortunate in that I've been able to, you kind of have these mum hacks or like time hacks where you can get 2 things done at once, or even 3 things done at once, and it's like stacking. So I take my dog and my baby out every morning for a walk. That's my routine anyway. The dog needs to be walked, so I go out, and at that time, once my dog's off her lead, she's running in the park, I'm in the park, that's when I can do I'm responding to messages, I can create some story content, then I can take some pictures. So most of the time, that time is for me to leave voice notes and reply to people that have responded to me the day before. So by 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, I've already done maybe some content creation, I've replied to messages, and I've also had that time for myself to just to walk and be in nature, and maybe just be aware of my posture and settle myself before sort of 11 o'clock. We have some porridge and get our day set up, and from there, whatever else I get done is a bonus, because ultimately those 2 things are my must do's every day. So I create some content, especially my story content, and then I interact with people that are interacting with me and answer their questions.
That's cool. Yeah, actually, it doesn't sound that complicated. Like I tend to overthink it. Like I want to create this content and this and that.
Yeah, I am totally guilty as well of overcomplicating the most simple things. And when we all do it, I think it's part of human nature, because we have a big idea and we see all of the things that need to come into it. So yeah, I'm totally guilty of that as well. And I have some coaching, and I have my accountability partners that help me stay focused and are on the other end of the phone for me when I am a little bit frazzled, or a little bit like, I don't really know how this works, or I don't really know what angle to go at this from. And so the community is a big aspect, because like you and I, we have our voice notes, we have our private messages, we just run an idea past somebody or show somebody a PDF that we've created, and it just gives us that peace of mind and that confidence to move forward with it, when we have put in a load of overthinking on top of it, and someone else just needs to come in and say, no, that's perfectly clear, you've done a great job, this has really helped me as well, thank you. And it's like, okay, fine, and then I can proceed.
Thank you. Another thing that will be probably useful for people who are listening is like, how much money can you expect to make, or practically, not like, yeah, you will make 10,000 a month straight away. For sure, it happens to some people, but realistically, what can you expect from doing this business?
I always say to people, what you put in is what you get back out. And so when you start, it depends on how much time you have to put into it, how much drive you have to invest your time, effort, and energy into staying up late, watching web classes, learning, taking time out of things that you would otherwise be doing, like going out for dinners or watching films with your family, all of those relaxing social things. If you're going to make money quickly, you need to get angled to enagic. So you become a little bit obsessed and you come a little bit, like tunnel vision. And that's how you align your energy into your business. And for me, I had a lot going on. I was not in any major rush to make money from the business. I wanted to learn about the product. I wanted to experience the product for myself. So it's different. It looks different for everybody. And that's okay. Everybody's on their own. I couldn't ask everybody to put all of their attention, especially new mothers, to put all of their attention into enagic, because your energy is already quite far spread around your family and different things that you have going on. So yeah, I would say depending on how much you can go into tunnel vision is going to affect how quickly you see your return on your investment.
Yeah. Something that really helped me was the call we had last time, the coaching call that you and I had a few months ago. And then you shared with me like, okay, so you need at least 70 people a month to look at your webinar, to look at this opportunity. And from there, ideally, 1 to 3 will likely to buy. So then we can count how much money it is. Like, I will share here the compensation plan from enagic, so people can then calculate how much money they can expect if they have those numbers of people per month looking at their product.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think one of our uplines, Balaj, has said, just find your numbers, and then everything else in your business fits into place when you know how many people you're aiming for, how many seats you want in your webinar, or how many attendees you want in your Zoom call. That simplifies things, and it's just a process of continuing along, attracting conversations and then conversions.
Yeah. And what is some best advice that you would have for okay, maybe let's start with ladies who want to have a family, maybe in a year or two?
Okay, I love this question because I'm really passionate about preparing yourself for your family. So if you're thinking about having a family and you've already given yourself a year's preparatory time, awesome, congratulations to you already, because that's wonderful. In this time, I would highly, highly recommend a detoxification process. And this product that we work with really, really helps with the detoxification of the cells in your body and preparing your body to grow your baby and be in the best health to perform the birth of your baby and recover very, very quickly from that as well in the best way that you can. So to have a whole year drinking the water is a remarkable advance in your own health.
That's awesome. Yes, yes, I can agree to that.
Yeah, for sure.
And what about advice to young moms who already have a baby and they want to start a business?
Well, I think for me, a mindset thing that I would want to instill in that person, in that young mum, is that by investing in this product, you're investing in yours and your family's health for a long length of time. The machine is designed to last 25 or more years, even longer if you take care of it well. And so it's not something like my old product that was a few years and then I needed to buy a new one. So investing in your family's long-term health, first of all, is a great move. And then to know that you're going to use probably social media anyway. You probably already have a social media following. You're probably going to want to use social media in the future, even though you have your baby now. Therefore, to angle that into a money-making activity and to actually earn passive income from your smartphone that you're using anyway, or your laptop that you're using anyway, it's just a lovely thing to marry up in your life to give you more purpose and fulfillment and alignment with your whole life, with other mums, and how you want to move forward and what you vision for your family in the future. That's all possible.
And I want to add to this that it's about, on social media, it's about building your own brand. It's not like we have to stand there with the water machine or sell any products like that. No, it's about learning to create your brand and be attractive for people to like chat and reach out. There are a few hacks that you can learn easily and use them so people respond to you organically.
Absolutely. Most people already have a friendship network and already have a following to begin with anyway. And one of the beautiful things that's been said about business is that it's a personal development plan with the compensation plan attached. So if you're interested already in improving your health or making some sort of contribution to other people in your community or a wider community, it's a really cliched term, but when I was younger, I just wanted to save the world. That was my energy. I was like, what can I do to help? I want to have an animal sanctuary. I want to own meadows and woodland and just preserve and wildlife sanctuaries, bird reserves. I want to help clean up rivers. I just wanted to do everything I possibly could to help. And I think now, once I've been through school and all of the other stuff, education, now I'm finally like, okay, I'm not alone in this. There's a whole community behind me and with me and in front of me that want to do the same. Our future generations now, young people now, are so much more switched on than I was at that age, aware of things and having open conversations about stuff like that. So yeah, it's just the personal development is priceless, but then you get paid as well.
Yes.
So then you have the material, fiat currency. You have that material currency in your reality to go and buy the things that you want to, the organic foods, the organic hemp clothing, support small businesses, support fair trade, all the things that just cost maybe a tiny little bit more or a lot more. Then you can go and do those actions that align with you and with what you value already.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you. Anything else you want to share? I just checked my notes. I think we covered it all. If anyone has questions, then they can comment below and tell us where can people find you. So if anyone wants to connect with you, they can find you.
So I'm on Instagram as the Holistic Beautician, separated with an underscore. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and the thing I wanted to add was about our community, because I think whenever you hear people and you're like, oh, that sounds really good, I wonder if I can join, there's an element always of fear where you think, am I okay to join? Is that definitely for me? Sometimes there's a little, not all the time, people sometimes just know from this language and from this energy, yes, I'm in, this is for me, how do I sign up? Show me the way. And other times there's that little bit of like, oh, I love the sound of that, but I don't know if I have time, I don't know if I can afford anything new in my life, I don't know. And there's all of these fear factors. And what I wanted to say is that it's normal when you try and do anything different to have fear, because our brain is programmed to keep us where we are, which is considered safe. But if you're not entirely happy with where you are, change needs to happen. And that is going to disrupt the ego part of our brain that says, no, just stay safe, I need to keep you safe. And that's why I wanted to just finally add that our community is priceless, because these are friends all across the world who have similar values, core values in their life, which alone is such a beautiful feeling to connect with. And they have your back. They want to see you succeed, they want to see you grow, and they want to be there for you when you're having a wobble. And in my life, I've paid a lot of money for someone to be there for me in terms of therapies of different kinds. And now I'm in this community of people who are already there, already down for it. And to me, that's an incredible asset, to business life, to financial security and health, but also mental health and well-being as well. So people have you, and people will be there to support you. You'll find an amazing network.
Thank you. Yes, and I love our community because everyone is like so like they want the world to be healthy and without plastics, and they have good intentions. and they have money as well, many of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have comments, let us know below. Thank you very much.